seeing a transport deploying more tanks at Panessa Studios. I've warned... GCPD to pull their men off the streets.
I'm heading there now.
Come in, all units. This is Commissioner Gordon. We have numerous hostile tanks deployed across the city. Gotham is under attack. I want everyone off the streets and back to GCPD. We're not equipped to deal with what's out there. Thank God there's someone who is.
Jim, tell your men they can resume their patrols. The tanks have been dealt with.
Thank God. Let's hope they were the last.
Don't count on it. I need the isolation chamber prepped at the GCPD lockup. I'm bringing in Ivy.
Batman. Bring her down to the lockup on the lower level.
Any progress with the fear toxin analysis?
It's gonna take a little while longer. Drop by the clock tower when you're ready, and I'll show you what I've got so far.
Who taught you to drive?
Scarecrow's gonna break you, Batman.
Honestly, why do you even bother with these meat sacks?
Civil unrest? There's a war on the streets. We don't have the manpower or the equipment.
Well, look who it is.
Ivy. Well, that's one less thing to worry about.
Is the isolation chamber ready?
Glad you're putting it to good use.
Oh good, another cell. You feel safer now that I'm all locked up? Why do you waste your time helping these pathetic creatures? So primitive compared to plant consciousness. Locking me up is a sign of desperation, Batman. I can see it in your eyes. You're afraid. It was Harley who broke me out of that police cell in Bloodhaven. Why don't you try arresting her? You can't lock me in here like some human. You know these walls won't hold me for long. Still, if it makes you feel safer, I'll indulge the fantasy. For now. Why do you waste your time helping these pathetic creatures? So primitive compared to plant consciousness.
Right. We're outnumbered, outgunned, and understaffed. But if we work smart, we'll get through this. Take back the city.
You can't lock me in here like some human.
Searching for Scarecrow in Bristol.
It was Harley who broke me out of that police cell in Bloodhaven. Why don't you try arresting her?
Controlling the skies, but make no mistake, we are not in control. Until we know what we're dealing with out there. Until we have a solid lead on the Scarecrow. Our priority is to dig in here and look out for our own. Any questions?
Hey, Batman. I think I'm starting to find Ivy, attractive. Is that normal?
By the way, I've got Jack Ryder in the interview room.
I've got
Guy
men
was this
dying
close to getting
down
killed
here.
trying to film the riots. He was asking for you. We can handle those punks on the streets, Batman. But the militia and the rest of those freaks, that's on you.
Okay, run through this one more time so we're clear. Priority 1.
I studied horticulture at college. Maybe that's it.
I've heard these excuses before, sir.
We can't deal with what's going on out there. I've got men down and I can't help them.
We just haven't got the men to deal with all this. I don't know.
Half the rioters out there have gas masks. Don't they watch the news? Scarecrow talks and passes through
Why don't
anything.
they bill me when it's over? We're moving as fast as we can. Screw you. Damn bureaucrats. We're on our own.
We can handle it, Jim. What's the latest?
We've got incidents cropping up all over the city. Cash, give us a rundown.
All right, let's see. First up, we've lost contact with the fire crew from Station 17. We've got their last known coordinates, but they're not going to survive out there on their own for long. Then there's this. It's a strange one. Body turned up. We didn't have long to look before the evacuation, but the forensics boys seemed freaked out. Real nasty. Also, we've had several sightings of the Riddler creeping around the train yard. Knowing that guy, he's gotta be up to no good.
Look, I know you're busy, but anything you can do to help is going to save lives.
Don't worry, Jim. I have someone working a lead on Scarecrow. I'll see what I can do.
Good to hear. I've got a skeleton crew searching Gotham South and West. I'm gonna join him when I'm done here. We're gonna find that son of a bitch. Fernandez, it's Gordon. Give me an update. Okay. After you finish searching the docks, I want you to link up with Michaels and work your way back along the East River.
I'm going to investigate that crime scene. If there's a serial killer in town, I'll find them.
Good luck out there.
Yep, poor bastard. He ain't gonna be able to live with himself when he finds out what he did in that diner.
He's gonna lose his badge for sure.
Owens is a good cop, lives for the job. He don't deserve this. Paramedics say there's nothing we can do for him. Just pray.
October 15th. Still no sign of the...
What are you doing here, Ryder?
Hey, how's my favorite masked vigilante? One of those nights, huh?
You shouldn't be in the city.
Bet you're wondering about the tape. I'll let you in on the action, if you promise to keep me in the loop. What do you say?
It's not safe. You should have left with the evacuation.
And missed the biggest story of the year? Hell, the century. This is it. My chance to get back on top. Quid pro quo, Batman. What's the latest on Scarecrow? Any leads?
Stay out of trouble.
Hey, I try. Trouble always finds me.
Tape 8, October 15th. Still no... No sign of the preacher. No records, nothing. Something tells me he won't...
Those cops told me that guy out there in the cell is the one from Scarecrow's attack on the diner. Man, that's a whole lot of crazy.
You should hear some of the stuff he's saying. Sounds like he's dying in there.
Hey, Batman! I guess Scarecrow gave you the slip. You broke my wrist for nothing! He's got plans for you, Batman. You and all your friends. Tonight's the night we finally break the bat. I just keep waiting for something bad to happen. And then I realize it already has.
Batman, just want to say it's good to have you on board. You're probably safer than all of us down here put together. But be careful, please.
I still keep seeing that car coming for us, Batman. I was like a rabbit in the headlights. This thing's had a serious upgrade.
Air support saw it turn into some kind of tank.
Nice.
Good evening, Mr. Wayne. I hope the car's performing to your high expectations.
Actually, Lucius, she's a little sluggish.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that. Give me a few moments, and I'll bring the afterburner function online.
Thanks, Lucius. It was good of you to stay behind.
You want to thank me, Mr. Wayne? Just try not to hurtle off the road. I should have some more upgrades ready soon.
Remnants of Gotham, I have messages for you all. To the vandals who stayed behind to pick the still warm flesh from Gotham's bones. Have your fun. You are under my protection. To the cowards quaking behind the police department's walls.